Alright, anyway, regardless. Bottom left side, Storm Gaming. It is the Danish boy. The Protoss Wunderkind. It is MAXPAX. That is German, that is not Danish. Just letting you know. So we don't get further confused. Top right side, Shopify Rebellion. It is Byun. Byun got the first map pick. MAXPAX got to play on Central America first. So we'll have him with a slight server advantage here. And then afterwards, we'll have the loser pick the map. And we'll switch back and forth between the servers, of course. It's, I feel the best way to make this fair, right? Give one person a map choice, give one person the choice. Well, first we have the coin toss, right? We start off with that. Whoever wins the coin toss gets to choose whether he wants the map advantage or the server advantage. And then afterwards, of course, the loser of the thingamajig gets the other option. Little Reaper into the base is gonna get here rather quickly because of the prophecy Rex. There is a Zealot already created by MAXPAX, so he's gonna be chasing this Reaper down. So far, his probe control has been really solid. Not a single kill met on that Reaper without even a single ranged unit available for the Protoss. That is pretty strong. That is a pretty good start. Right, still has that probe inside of the base of Byun as well. The Reapers are coming back, trying to go deal with that now. But MAXPAX does get a good overview on when that second command center goes down. He sees that there is another starport coming up as well. For a moment I thought that would be another barracks, but no, there is another starport here. The barracks still flying across the back, of course. How aggressive is this of MAXPAX? Still has one stalker back at home, so it's not extremely aggressive. Just has to be wary of that Widow Mine here. Not going to be able to do too much because of this. Now, 2 Reapers inside of his base. That can still be a little bit scary. One probe is going to go down rather quickly. Shield battery here should keep the rest of these probes pretty much safe. So, feeling okay about that. Widow Mines will be ferried with a medevac in a short period of time. MAXPAX may already have a bit of an idea. I believe that probe also saw the Widow Mine coming out of the factory. At least if MAXPAX was paying attention at that point in time. So maybe that already gave him a little bit of a heads up about Widow Mine drop potential. And again, when playing against Byun, you may just want to, you know, consider that something's gonna come at you at some point in time, before it's 5 minutes. Zealot here on top of the supply depot. That's a lovely timing right there. You know that something would have to try and contest you on that supply depot, unless everything's just across the map. Reaper's still in the middle here, I like that. That's a lovely way to kind of just add up slowly but surely a couple of extra probe kills. Especially because there's no vision there either. With a mine drop, fully seen so far and responded to. Probes quickly trying to send out there. Oh, that could still be a couple. Oh, that is 4 probes going down in the main base due to that one extra little Widow Mine there. MAXPAX couldn't quite manage those probes as effectively as you would have liked to. But in the natural base, only losing 2, and that is very fair numbers. Yeah, the 4 in the main base together with the Reapers now and again coming in, killing a probe or 2. Alright, is that going to be another one? Yes, it is. That's now 10 probes already in total. That's what you get, you know, with just mediocre probe damage over time if you manage to keep it going for long enough. It's going to start adding up. Bit of harassment here for MAXPAX. This could be nice. opportunity for him to try and deal some counter damage. Does lose one of those Stalkers. The probe. Ooh, the probes do fall again due to the Wither Mine. Couldn't quite get on top of that before it went off. So 4 more probes also going down right after those 3 SCVs went down. Fortunately for MAXPAX, he's already lost quite a bit more. Does intercept that medevac from coming back to the Marines. I feel like that's a pretty big deal, since Byun did spend quite a bit of time to get that starport producing a Raven, right? Would have had to put a tech lab on top of it, and then afterwards just, well, produce the Raven as well. Now he's gone back into medevac, so it's not going to be tremendous medevac numbers here. He's going to have to be quite wary about his stim packs overall. Byun not famous for his medevac numbers though either, to be fair. Quite have the stock numbers there. Maybe he was hoping he would put the fear of God into Byun's heart as soon as he saw those stalkers blinking forwards, but you know, still throws down those other turrets, gets himself 2 probes. Stalkers here starting out with a bit of skirmishing. The roughhousing has commenced with the 2 main armies. Byun is starting to move out. Is it just to claim space, however? I don't think it is. I do believe he will be marching across the map here with some intention of taking out a base. Or at least get a pretty good trade going against his opponents here. Now again, medevacs, we only got 3 of them. If MAXPAX manages to snipe down another one of them, that would be ever so lovely. Trying to go for a couple of Marines there, but not really any success so far. The Raven still on the other side being as annoying as it can be. And you know what? You know, MAXPAX deals with it. Doesn't quite have Storm yet. High Templar on the run, trying to get out of that War Prison. Manages to save them for the time being. But there is a whole lot of Terran here. Oh no, this is just awful. Oh man, Byun's just in a wonderful position there. Oh shoot, it still had Astrea there as the name tag, didn't it? Okay, nothing too crazy so far. Just kind of being on the other side, a nuisance with his probe. That's about it. We'll have to watch out for that Reaper coming out pretty soon, but you should know the timing on that. Wants to make sure it's a Marine or a Reaper. That's why he's checking in and out of there right now. Realizes the Marine would have been done. The Reaper is still going, and the barracks is still going, so it's going to be a Reaper. What else? What else? MAXPAX already a shield battery on the way as well. He is very early with those shield batteries. Keeps that probe safe. Oh, he's going to be very secure with his probes, hopefully. Definitely something that just kind of started snowballing there in that previous game. Another probe manages to... Oh, does it manage to actually? Is there still an Adapt here? Save him, Mr. Adapt, save him. Alright, does seem to be an okay thing. Oh, this is a good scout. And a good delay on the command center as well. Losing the Adapt is a bit unfortunate, but he knows what is coming. That could be quite valuable. It's a scary thing, however, regardless, of course. Those Marauders with the gateway units only really are being available to MAXPAX. Still gonna have to rely on to the Stalkers, I suppose, yeah. As in they come. Two Marauders. Still a Reaper in the main base as well. Trying to be even more of a threat, more of a nuisance. Pylon there in front of the shield battery. Hopefully that is not going to be too bothersome. the gateway. I mean, that would be free terrain, I suppose, right? To kind of shoot at for a moment. Byun playing it safe. Doesn't want to overcommit here with his units, not too aggressive, which, you know, hats off to Byun. He does that too sometimes. He does slow down. Actually, no, I shouldn't put it like that. He's actually really good at picking and choosing battles, so I would say. It's one of those players that is not too afraid to just kind of be like, you know what, I was planning an attack right here, but I don't think it's going to work out. I'm just going to keep these units around and not throw them away in an attack that I think is going to be suboptimal. And then he just keeps those units around. His opponent, MAXPAX in this case, of course, did a bunch of stuff to try and prepare for it. Trying to get more gateway units squeezed out. More gateways, perhaps, than he wanted to. How many gateways are we on right now? We're already on 4 gateways, right? With the Twilight. And a Nexus here. Byun, on the other hand, he's just making more units. So having those units out this early is not even really a downside, because he's just kept his unit production up, and he's just going to come in with a later punch. Ooh, don't want to let that hit the Stalkers. Sorry, my mute key isn't working, so... It's a mystery. Sometimes it happens. I remember having fixed it before, but I don't remember how. Alright. Quite a herd of Stalkers is available. A lot more now threatening looking than the previous game. Definitely the opening for Byun, not leading him into as clean of an assault force as the previous one did. Does have the 2 siege tanks available, kind of guarding both areas. And MAXPAX will respect those units, blinking out of the base. Maybe if he only had taken 1 shell, he could have considered trying to blink on top of that siege tank. Oh. Trying the other side of the map as well. The bunker with more siege tank power there, of course. There we go, 4 Stalkers. Low enough number that he can fully escape with the War Prism. There we go. That's 4 SCVs. You know what? That is something. That is something. 5 now in total. And I guess the biggest deal here, he himself has only lost 2 probes so far. He could be rather pleased with that one. Very early shield battery. I suppose that may have been a bit of a response behind the previous map. Doing the proxy 2-packs. Ooh, love this. 1 Stalker right there. Star Sense working out for MAXPAX. He might be young, but he has the Star Sense like any Korean pro. Sending out that Stalker right there at the exact right time. Notices 2 of those medevacts filled up to the brim with infantry units. Trying to make a daring escape out of the Terran base. And, well, even though, you know, he did lose that Stalker, but he knows now about those 2 medevacts. And he kind of stopped Byun from even going on that trip in the first place now. Actually, would that been beneficial for him if it went in still? Him knowing, I guess so, but... It's always could have been a better situation, I suppose. High Templars, once again on the menu. Won't be trying to go for Storm this time before the fight. He's going to try to get himself the Archons out instead. Little Zealot drop with the War Prism there, not being too dangerous, it feels like, for Byun. Is Byun? You see what I mean with him just being very patient and okay with not always taking the fight when you kind of think that he wants to. Moving across the map there and realizing, you know what, this early game didn't go as nicely as the previous one did. I might not have the killing move. Maybe he did a scan and saw there were Archons coming instead of the High Templars. Maybe something, right? Something there that tips him off on, you know what, maybe I shouldn't push in right now. Maybe I should just retain these units and try to get as much trade value out of them as possible. Because that's where Byun his strength is at. Getting ridiculous trading value. with all sorts of lovely little micro tricks and ploys and things to do. Alright. MAXPAX. Is MAXPAX actually going to go for this right here? He does have Storm on the verge of being completed. Maybe if he comes in from this angle right here, he might be able to plan down a couple of Storms. But he will be coming in from the top angle side for the time being, it looks like. No, okay, is rotating around. Is he rotating fully backwards now? Very curious. How is he planning to make this assault? Oh, he's waiting for his observer. Wants to have the heads up himself, but he gets scanned instantly when that happens. So he is pretty much revealed. Loses the observer again. Eagle Eye Byun won't let that sit on top of his army for too long. Talking about Eagle Eye Byun, there's going to be some other Eagle Eye Byuns on the field here with those snipers. May not need as much of an Eagle Eye to EMP as you do with Snipe. Well, maybe for the War Prism here. Ooh, War Prism, careful. Okay, a bit of a threatening use of their abilities there from both players. I think MAXPAX there killing one of his own zealots in order to get the construction of his Colossus going. Realizing that the ghost being available here. Oh, he has to be so careful, man. A couple of EMPs and his army is almost nothing anymore. Oh, especially through a choke point like that. That is very nasty. Is he trying to lure Byun to chase him here through that choke point? I think that is what was going on. But Byun not going to let that happen. Zealot run bys the moment when he notices Byun kind of moving out. Byun already there with two armies spread out. Pretty sharp, and this army on its own, he's got like 2 armies, man. It's crazy. He's on 122 army supply in total. That's ridiculous. He almost does have actually 2 armies just ready to defeat the entire army of MAXPAX, it felt like. With him now being on full bases, MAXPAX being on 5, we have a couple of extra, options being made for MAXPAX, which I think are rather necessary. He needs to have some sort of a alternative play. Going for the Colossi here, as the disruptive Nova shots, of course, have been reduced in their overall range on the new patch. It might not be the choice anymore. Now, to be fair, that might just be a little bit of a saltiness kind of decision right there from some Protoss players, right? We've seen this from every race. Remember when people were saying Infestors were bad, and then they started playing them like 20 times? Alright, we'll have to see. Oh, Storm's here. Yeah, this army's dead. That army is gone. Dusted. Won't be coming back. I think that trade really went so well in Byun's favor as well. Just coming in from the 2 angles. MAXPAX. I mean, buddy, this is oof. Oh, that's a good storm. This might keep him alive for a little bit longer here. If he does manage to stay alive, his economy is booming, right? 90 probes here. He should be able to make an army a lot quicker than Byun. Byun, I don't know how he does that sort of stuff, but somehow he knew that Colossus would be there, low HP. I guess he saw it getting recalled or something, right? And then he was just like, oh, looks like he's going to go there. Maybe he's going to be here, I don't know. Maybe he scanned, he must have at some point, right? That was too clean, that Viking movement. Alright, some forces re-established here for MAXPAX. Going to try to come back in here. A little bit of an awkward choke once again. As the EMPs land, the Vikings are just shooting away at those Colossides. It's an ugly sight here, but MAXPAX holds on for a little bit longer. He does have 14 gateways available, but he spent most of his bank. And Byun's still ahead with 26 army units for the time being, so Well, military supply, I should say, not army units. Okay, disruptors are coming in right now as well. And some Dark Templar. They're not going to get hit by the Widow Mines, so that's a bonus. Do we have defenses in as 2 siege tanks? It's not that much. I think we have Ghost Blink as well. We might be able to jump on top of those siege tanks. The Colossi are doing a tremendous job against their infantry as well, because regardless of Byun having so much just overall army supply, he does not have a lot of medavacs. And his army is half HP. 4 Colossi just swiping away, absolutely obliterating most of the bio units. So, you know what? MAXPAX actually really benefiting from that lack of medavacs for the time being. And the more he kind of manages to keep scraping this army of Byun with those Colossi, right? The lower on energy those medavacs are going to stay. Sensor Tower not quite killed off. Planetary Fortress on the top side might be able to get killed. So, is he transporting SCVs now? It is an army. Realizing he might get attacked on that side as well. And you know what? He's right. So, there's only one DT. Bit of an overreaction, but you know. So nice, so nice. Disruptors there, okay. I thought he was setting them up with some other strategy in mind, but that was a bit much. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not sure if I like this at all. Oh boy. Oh, MAXPAX a little bit spread out with his army movements, and Byun, I mean, who expects Byun to just run up there with his liberators, right? That was a brave play and working out in that sense, but you know, that's quite far removed from his infantry and stuff. It's quite nice that he realized there was an opportunity there. I don't know if that was because he knew the Stalker count was quite low. Let's take a look at the Stalker count. It's only 5 of them, right? So it's going to take a long time for those Stalkers to really get on top of that. And with the army being spread out like that, Byun being aware that the army is spread out like that, that was a really smart play to kind of just send those Liberators forwards. And again, right, I mean, there's 5 Stalkers here, and there's 5 Liberators. It's going to take so long to just get rid of all of that. You just can never exchange armies when those Liberators are present, for the time being, it feels. But if he goes into a more heavy Stalker composition to try and deal with those Liberators, then, well, the Bio is just going to wither him away again, isn't it? Needs to have those Zealots there to actually tank the damage from the Marauders. Because there's an awful lot of those. 21 Marauders. Disruptor shots. I mean, they're still pretty good. Still pretty good. Big base race right now, actually. A lot of stuff happening. We got about 4 places where encounters are happening. Ooh, the Liberators, run away, run away. Let's get away from that. Lucky him, lucky him. A recall into this Nexus. Is he mad? That's going to be a lot of units going down. Zealots coming in. More Zealots being warped in as well. Ooh, snipes rather quickly, but running away from them and managing to cancel some of them. And again, a little bit of a new thing here with the patch. MAXPAX now showing, you know what, you can kind of work against those snipes a little bit here. In that manner nowadays, so finding something out of that. I don't know if he actually did that consciously, or you know, it felt like that was just a reaction for pretty much everyone, regardless of how the snipe worked, right? We all had that feeling like, oh no, I got too close, I need to get away. And it doesn't really matter anymore, but it's just an instinct thing, and right, it takes longer for you to think about not doing it and not doing it rather than just doing it, right? Just a flick to the side and then just doing it. A Couple of Dark Templars there. Scan did see them, but, you know, he doesn't want to waste time, it looks like. He has somewhere to be. He has got an appointment to make. More Dark Templars here. Just sneak in online. One of them to try to slowly whittle away at this army. That could be a nice way to gain some favoritism. Is this a disruptor killing army, or is this a army meant to just kind of bypass and attack the probe line? It looks like it's the latter. Gets himself a nice position here. EMPs, yep, they are solid. As things are just kind of exploding again all over the map. Unfortunately, though, for MAXPAX, yeah, I was going to say, things aren't looking that great in the supply for him. Alright. Definitely would like to see a point going his way right here. It's Storm Gaming's Blue Protoss. It is MAXPAX. His opponent in the red. He's playing the Terran pieces on the board. He's once again sending an SCV across. Hoping to start shenanigans with the Reaper, I assume. It is Byun. Micro Jackson. The back right defender of the football Korean SC2 team. The SC2 Korean football team. That's right. He is the back right defender or the back left defender, one of those. I'm not sure which way we were looking when he was describing his position, and I don't know I don't know football well enough to really say, but one of you guys should probably know. I should have the chat open. Why do I not have the chat open? Oh wait, no, I don't have the chat open. Why does it say the stream is ended? That's concerning. That's very concerning. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Alright, I have chat now as well, so there you go. I can read whatever you guys are saying now. So if I still have a name up with Astrea or something, please tell me. Alright, there we go. Okay. Okay. What's the play? What's the plan? MAXPAX here with his little probe. Is he going to go for that very quick shield battery once more? Doesn't look like it. Might still place it down right here, right now, however. He's not going for a Zealot, right? So, no Zealot this time, just straight to the Stalker. Try to chrono it out. He did get himself a quick Cyber Core, so I think this Stalker shouldn't be too late to the party. And with the probe control we've seen from MAXPAX so far... Ooh. Okay, losing one probe, I mean, it's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna say it's okay, especially if he gets this Reaper, but the Reaper escapes. Thought for a moment it might get stuck there, but no sir, there's another little Reaper ramp. Another little Reaper ramp. Let me try to figure out if I've seen this map before. It looks really cool. Am I crazy? Did they add this later along? Oh, well, I don't know. GG. That's it, guys. GG. He's lost 2 probes right now. The game is done. Byun has done his thing. Byun is done. 2 probe kills. Well, we'll have to see. I mean, the Stargate is coming up here. A little bit of a different... you know, tech tree for MAXPAX to try and work with. He's going to start up with a Phoenix as well, so incredibly careful not to try and lose these probes here. Does lose another probe, however, as Byun, he just knows when those probes are in transit, right? He just knows. Pick him up. There we are, that's the end of that. The Phoenix being scouted. Still gonna go on ahead with that medevac, however. So the Phoenix is already starting to move across the map. The other Phoenix as well. He's trying to have them go a little bit parallel here. Trying to figure out if something is coming along those tracks in the sky. And fortunately for him, Byun is being a little bit lucky here with his movements. And managed to, well... avoid those Phoenix like the plague. And he stayed away like them, like he was aware of their position somehow. Which sometimes happens. Sometimes it does happen. With the mines here, uncertain as to how many, which, where, what. Oh, bet. Stalker and another probe. Alright. Back to mining, boys. Ooh, another with a mine. Phoenix on the case. Chase down that medevac. There we go. Anything else here? No, it's just the one little widow mine. No armory about to finish up, so that's gonna all be taken care of now in the base of MAXPAX. Let's take a look at the numbers. Yeah, you know what? I'd say we got an okay beginning of the game here going for MAXPAX, but this is usually not the place where things fall apart, is it? You need to kind of sustain yourself through this early game, but it's not really the place where things fall apart, it feels like, for Byun. It's also the place where things could potentially fall apart for his Protoss victims, but Byun, he'll just start to mass up here once again, and I'm feeling pretty confident in saying he's going to try to go with some sort of 2-base, 3-base timing attack here once again, with Stimpack, a combat shield, and +1 on route finishing up around the same time period. No siege tanks, however, no widow mines, nothing like that, so maybe I'm wrong on this. Maybe he is gonna be eyeing up a quicker third. But then again, he's not doing harassment with his Raven, so it makes me suspect that maybe he realizes his ground forces, the siege tanks and stuff, lacking, the widow mines lacking. Doesn't have that much to really sustain his army position. I want to try something here with the Raven then instead, to combine that with the push. Otherwise, right, if he's not planning something to push, that Raven would be... well, actually, there is Phoenix. There is Phoenix. Well, even then, I don't think that would deter... I don't think any number of Phoenix would deter Byun from using a Raven as an harassment tool. Unless if he wants to use it for some sort of an attack. That's just what I'm going to say. I could be wrong. I feel like that's just the type of guy Byun is. He's just like, you know, we'll try it anyway. Alright. Little bit of a struggle here with those Phoenix on hot pursuit. Just kind of nipping away at the trail of the bio. As soon as MAXPAX notices that Byun turns around, MAXPAX just kind of goes away himself. So very difficult for Byun here to, you know, in a reasonable amount of time, try and push himself across the map. The Phoenix now on the wrong side of this army. There we go. Now he's going to be able to kind of lure them back again. Would like his Phoenix to stay on the left side here. Of course, that is going to leave them a bit more vulnerable to potential reinforcements coming in. But you know, might be able for him to pick up reinforcements too. He does manage to get the Raven. That's a big deal. So no anti-armor missile, which could just win the fight on its own. Oh, jeez Louise, that's a lot of Phoenix dying. Right, yeah, like if he's on the left side with his Phoenix, sometimes a Marauder walks in, he can just pick that up, right? He just moves left, and every time he moves left and Byun actually gives chase, you know, he's buying himself more time at home. So I feel like, you know, those Phoenix always should be on the left side, but then again, that's going to be so much effort and so much attention you have to put in those Phoenix, and what we saw, if you don't do it just enough, Byun is going to still be able to find some clever way to get rid of them. Quite a lot of probes falling here. Once more, Byun finds blood in the waters. As MAXPAX is just not really allowed to take the fight head on. Byun just strafing away. Might be able to, well, get one medevac out of there? Yeah, I think so. Just sending in more and more. This is, once again, quite a nasty situation. The economy for MAXPAX absolutely in tatters. was gonna crumpled up. The units lost tab not looking too bad, but the worker count here is what I'm concerned with. It, guys, it might just be that Byun's macro is just really good right now because look at this. Look at this. It's not like he out-traded MAXPAX significantly. Sure, he did kill a bunch of probes there just earlier on, but wasn't that long ago. MAXPAX trying to make something work here. Still has a formidable army. That's the War Prism there to reinforce. The Colossi going a little bit uncontested without Vikings supporting the sky just yet. Ghosts are entering the battlefield now, however, and those are going to have quite a lot of capabilities against those Archons and the Zealots. MAXPAX realizes, starting to spread them out. Here we go, there's the first EMP landing onto the Sentry, so no force fields available. Archons backing up into the fight as the Colossi try to sweep away. There's a lot of SCVs going down. MAXPAX here looking pretty solid. I think MAXPAX is pushing on through. More Zealots coming in right there, and there you have it. Finally, MAXPAX being able to punish Byun for being a bit too aggressive. GG. And there it is. 1 point on the board for the Blue Protoss. Needs one more to tie things up again, and we'll be in a best-of-3 situation. But for the time being, see it as a best-of-5 where Byun has already 1 point, I guess, right? Sure. Blue Protoss, Storm Gaming. It is MAXPAX. We have this one a lot, by the way. This matchup in particular. In the bottom right side, the Red Terran, Shopify Rebellion, Byun. I was looking through the posters because I, you know how before we start, we always have those posters things where you see the match. Which is very cool stuff, by the way. I think Sun Lily's still making those, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, sorry, other person who's doing them right now. They still look amazing. But yeah. Anyway, I downloaded the new one, and then I decided, you know, I should be able to find this in the map, so I just kind of opened it up without pressing the, you know, open up file location on the download tab. And I realized there's like 6 MAXPAX versus Byun or something like that. It's pretty silly. Maybe not fully 6, but there were maybe 4, 5? Something like that. And then they're all numbered as well, and they're not numbered chronologically. This is again MAXPAX versus Byun, just regular, so. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun that I get to see these players go at each other that much and that often. I feel like maybe they're the 2 players that don't mind me just kind of talking to them at the start of the games. Yeah. Perhaps that's the reason why. I scared the others off. Who knows? Alright. Factory here coming up for Mr. Byun. Looking for some Reaper harassments. Let's see if he manages to get some. Again, that shield battery right there now, already available. I don't think that was a quicker shield battery than we saw before, as the Reaper not being proxied this time around, of course. We already have an Adept all the way across the map, so... Yeah, I think that is the right way to play here for MAXPAX, right? Just be extra safe. You know Byun is going to put quite a lot of effort, quite a lot of resources into trying to mutilate your economy, right? So, ooh, Adept, move forwards. There's a Hellion right there, Mr. Adept. Oh, he doesn't know. What was I saying? Right. Yeah, Byun is gonna, you know, invest quite a bit into trying getting that harassment going. If you deny all of that and just kind of trade out equally with him, I think that's where you're gonna find your chances of victory later in the game. Otherwise, those bushes just absolutely blow you to smithereens. It is absurd. Alright, second base. Now available once more. The Phoenix here are available too. I really do enjoy these Phoenix inside of the composition. This is a bit awkward. Was he expecting just a single Oracle? He's sending SCVs trying to repair it, but that's not gonna work. That was curious, actually. Yeah. Was a bit of a blunder there by Byun. It's like, you know, when you're playing chess, you putting your queen somewhere, being like, look at me being all threatening and stuff, and then realizing, oh wait, there's you have units as well that can kill my queen, right? Yeah. Well, shoot. Yeah, didn't quite anticipate that to happen. But you know what? For MAXPAX, that is a wonderful place to be right now. Because that Cyclone, without the Cyclone, he just has Marines. Without Combat Shield, without Stim, nothing else really to deal with these Phoenix. Now, Combat Shield and Stim are coming in, of course, but... Then another question on my mind is, like, should MAXPAX even try to get economic damage dealt here? Right? He's kind of just rotating around that army of Byun. It looks like that is what he is prioritizing right now, trying to lessen the amount of damage that will be coming in overall. You see, even now, he's not even trying to go to the SCV line. He is just trying to get behind the army line here of Byun, and that is where he's going to go. Picking up a couple Marines, trying to take the oomph out of that punch. Trying to delay it as well, as much as he can. And you know what? He does have another opportunity here, perhaps. He doesn't even have to lift units up. He just has to be behind those siege tanks visibly, so that the Marines are forced to move back around again. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay, moving back, moving back. Marines still sticking with those siege tanks. That's right, that's right. Very scary territory here, Mr. Byun. He's going to put down missile turrets. Okay. Once those are done, it's going to be a lot easier for Byun to move around with those Marines, of course. Phoenix again in the between the two armies here. Stopping reinforcements from coming on through, and that is maybe a reason why Byun is investing so much in infrastructure here. Now putting down two bunkers, not supply bunkers. Just regular bunkers down. So he knows reinforcements won't be coming anytime soon. So he needs to keep this force getting better and better without that, because there's a Protoss force here on one side ready to pounce, and Phoenix on the other ready to kind of stop his retreat if he ever tries to make his way back across. So, interesting. Second army coming out. Time is ticking here for MAXPAX, and he is, well, maybe aware. Maybe he saw with that observer. Hopefully he picks up on the fact. Time is ticking. He needs to do something pretty soon, I would say. Oh boy, that army is coming in close. Oh, this might already be a little bit too late if he wants to try and take out bit by bit of this army. He's going to have to fight the entirety of the Terran army all on its full force here. While it's entrenched with those bunkers, with those missile turrets, everything in between. While MAXPAX is going to have to run down a little tiny ramp. It's a bit nasty. Okay, top right base, a Nexus is trying to be taken. Byun sending just enough Marines to stop that from happening. Phoenix. Is the Phoenix going to be enough to stop that? No, I don't think so either. I suppose the one upside is that Byun is still on two bases as well, but Oh, tremendous victory there. Okay, MAXPAX deciding to head out with the bio mostly being preoccupied, but I mean, he gets himself through the bunkers. Now, finally, the Phoenix show up. He gets rid of 2 siege tanks, some bunkers, but I mean, that container's not going anywhere anytime soon. Those missile turrets here really being a pain. Yeah, that was a tough situation to really pick and choose your battle there by MAXPAX, right? His Phoenix weren't quite in position, but I mean, that bio was very far away. And with the amount of bio that was there, you know, I mean, I don't blame him for thinking, you know what, I should probably be able to beat whatever is still in front of my base right now. Seeing how, you know, probably like 50 to 70% of your bio force is just away. But no. Not the case. Okay, another breakout attempt. I don't think it's going to work. It has me a little bit worried. Seeing all these Protoss units going down. Yeah, sure, we're seeing Terran units also going down, but I'm thinking, yeah, we just move back here and there's going to be another army. It's not that big of an army, but it's definitely something. Byun already having his 3rd command center ready to fly across to his 3rd base. He's just in a very solid spot. Yeah. Hard to argue with. Those Archons may still have a little bit of an opportunity, however. Seeing how Ghost Attack is still quite a bit of. There we go. Only now finishing up the Ghost Academy. Those Medavacs, man. Another world, another place with a couple of Stalkers just kind of moving along the side, eh? Okay, MAXPAX. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to? I don't think you want to take a fight here into Byun, that's for sure. Regardless of that, you know, not being Ghost yet. It looks tempting, right? Just the timing of the Ghost not being done yet, and it's like, oh, you know, it should be beneficial. But no, that's just way too much infantry there. MAXPAX having to juggle his units with the Whoppers in here, trying to stay safe. A bit of a flank as well. Great force fields right there. Very cool stuff. That's a decent chunk of infantry just being wiped off the board. Byun perhaps a bit too adamant with the chase there, as he should have realized he doesn't have those ghosts with this army just quite yet. So I guess the timing's still helping out MAXPAX a little bit by causing Byun to run after him, but I mean, there's still a lot of work to do to get equal up on the trade value here once again. Oh dear. Yep, that's it. GG is called. Byun takes game number 4 as well. And that's going to put him on to match points. Byun saying that he's not that physically strong overall. I don't think, you know, I don't think that is really due to anything but just a lack of exercise, perhaps, right? Just too much time playing StarCraft 2 instead. But he's been saying he's playing football, right? Now and again. Together with Solar, which, yeah, again, I would like to see a live stream of that with just a bunch of StarCraft 2 players playing some football. I think that could be fun. I think that could be fun. Just to kind of see them in a different environment, right? Then again, it would all be in Korean, so the translation might be a difficult thing. Maybe instead of a live stream, we could do a YouTube video, right? We could put some subtitles there. Sure. Okay, so this series so far, it feels like MAXPAX, right? Like any other Protoss would at the point, at this point against Byun, seemingly struggling. They definitely are. It's a bit silly how good Byun is right now. He is just obliterating everyone. And MAXPAX getting a point against him, you know, that's already a nice sign right there. I would say getting 1 point off of Byun right now is the equivalent of beating Byun in a best of 7 previously. Maybe a year ago or something like that, right? When he just came back from military. You know, if you manage to beat Byun convincingly back then, it's like, well, you're pretty damn good at the game. And now it's like you took a map of Byun, you're really good at this game. Yeah. Twilight Council, Robo Facility, what else? What else we doing here, Byun? What is this? A third base? A third base? And a Robo? Straight after the Twilight? It's gonna be Blink Harassment, right? It should be Blink Harassment here, and you know, with the quick third command center, this could be spicy. That's if MAXPAX is trying to be defensive with this, but why would he get that Robo? That, well, maybe he's trying to go into, maybe he's trying to get into Colossi rather quickly, but we're seeing 3 more gateways on the menu. MAXPAX thinks it's 3 racks. Well, it somewhat is, right? It somewhat is. Making observers. Just trying to figure it out. There's the blink. In comes the War Prism. 2 more gateways. I mean, with him already kind of going on that track, it would make sense. Even if he's doing this originally from a defensive viewpoint, it kind of makes sense to me to, you know, kind of... You compare this to wrestling, right? You kind of get yourself in a position. You're still going to have to make that position work. And, you know, even though your initial plan kind of fell through, you're still stuck with the position that you're in. And you're going to have to find out some other movements or plans to still make it work for you. So, you know, going a little bit more aggressive with the Stalkers here, it could definitely pack a bit of a punch here against Byun. He doesn't have that much at home. He has got 17 of those Marines, and they're out and about, most of them. This is going to be 8 Stalkers right here. I should be able to take down a fair amount of Marines. Where's the Marines over there? There's not that many. Only 2 Marauders in the main base. Nothing in the likes of a siege tanks or anything. In come those Stalkers. Ooh, the repair not going to be there in time, and now this could just become a numbers game. I don't think we should underestimate MAXPAX here with his threatening Stalker count. He is not going to be too scared to go in there again just because it's a Byun that he's up against. Oh dear, but maybe he should have. He did kill off 10 of those workers. He's keeping his home front safe as well. It's very difficult taking 2 fights here as the Protoss. With the Stalkers, they just require more micro than those bio units do. As much as Terran will try to tell you the opposite. In this situation, I would say those Stalkers, I mean, there's a near infinite amount of micro you can put into those bad boys. Another blink forward, the SCV's already on the case though, and they're going to be able to post another Stalker. Ooh, almost 2. Great pickup micro, look at that stuff going there for MAXPAX, really good stuff. Keep that War Prism alive. There we go. Oh, it just keeps going. That is a wonderful place to see. This is MAXPAX dribbling that ball back and forth between the legs of Byun, coming in again here, trying to keep the pressure up. As he realizes there might be something. There could be another game victory in the works for him here. As long as he keeps this micro going, as long as he manages to keep trading out okay, and once again, ooh, okay, losing a couple of Stalkers here and there. The blink micro, pick up micro once more, but there's so many Marauders. Oh my. To Together with those SCVs being pulled, 14 of them going down. Behind this, MAXPAX not sitting still at home either. Look at that. Charge coming up. The third base is already saturated. 4 more gateways coming up as well. And as soon as charge is available here, that might be the moment where things really start collapsing for Byun. As those zealots, they are gonna have the number of those marauders written down. Make life very, very difficult for them. I don't think he's gonna get the command center here. But you know what? Delays it. Annoys Byun once more. Forces out more stims. Gets those medevacs further on low energy. Even another stim here. Look at that. MAXPAX keeps all those targets alive. Very clean. Alright, let's take a look at the real numbers here, shall we? 700 gas lost for MAXPAX. That's a big deal. Byun lost a lot of money, mineral-wise, but because he does have that third CC, he has a lot more mules available. So, mineral-wise, he should be a lot better than we would originally kind of assume him to be, right? If this was a regular 3 racks opening. Coast Academy coming up. Couple of zealots on the top. This could be a lovely engagement here for MAXPAX. Let's see if it's going to be enough. The zealots on the top kind of struggling to come through. Here we are. That is a lovely surround jump in on top of those units. More of those SUVs going to get slain. 8 of them in total. Byun, his marauder unit pouch here, still staying alive. Still staying afloat. Again, though, the numbers game furthering into MAXPAX's favor. He's got 8 gateways ready to produce zealots. He's got himself Colossi coming up as well. The Ghost, definitely a big power surge here for Byun coming up. Byun, supply boats actually. Yes, he is. Needs to finish up this supply depot. Maybe a little bit of a mistake there. Yeah, I think so. Zealots into the natural base. Ooh, look at that. The War Prison being reutilized, repurposed now for harassment. Gets himself a couple more kills while Stalkers are poking in the front side as well. MAXPAX absolutely on fire. Rotating around, looking for his options. He's got to be ever so careful, man, because he knows that army, whatever Byun is still making, is gonna be terrifying. And sure, he's been trading out okay. Yes, he's been able to kill off a lot of SCVs, but with that third CC, it looks like Byun almost hardly felt anything of it. Zealots in here, zealots in there. Alright, this is the main fight now. Byun committed. Needs to make this work. MAXPAX is allowed, in my opinion, to let one base go down. Really. He wants to. Doesn't want to, however. Is going to push in here. The siege tank on the left side. That would be a very good target to take out. Oh, is he going to be able to? Okay, we'll be able to. Now it's just a bit of bio remaining, and that should be it, right? That should be it. What's left for you, Byun? He's gonna try to go back home. Actually, you know what? He still has 45 workers. He still has 4 command centers. That's a lot more than I thought he would have, in all honesty. It's a ridiculousness that Byun has right now, isn't it? He's lost 61 workers so far. I don't think there's a single Terran in the world right now. Maybe Maru. That could look like this after losing 61 SCVs after 11 minutes of gaming, you know? Maybe it was even 10 minutes of gaming because we just had 2 minutes of Byun pushing across the map. Economy getting harkens back. That, I mean, the overall difference in economy is definitely showing. We're seeing now, in particular, MAXPAX having that lead right there. Almost 1,000 extra minerals coming in every minute. So he just wants to keep this trading going in a somewhat efficient manner. As long as he's trading, as long as he's putting Byun in a awkward position, in a hurtful position, where he's losing units, not getting to do that insane 120-something army supply. Might be opportunities here. However, once again, Byun, I mean, he just takes good fights. He just really knows how to take these fights. More Zealot harassments, wherever that came from. Getting another 8 SCVs. How is Byun still alive? How is he still alive? Look at this. Alright, 6 bases now almost here for MAXPAX. Byun still managing to hang on there with a 4th base just put down. Guess that 6th base for MAXPAX also just thrown down onto the ground. Oh no, this little bit of a tumbling into the Terran army when he didn't really want to. The Terran army not that well set up either, but it's just enough. It's just enough firepower. Does manage to get another run by going, however, so more SCVs going down. Maybe the SCV kill count is just not the biggest thing because we've had so many of those mules just continuously throughout this game. Another base going down here, perhaps. Looking for the backside alleyway attack from MAXPAX, and now Zealots coming in from both sides. This could be the wraparound of a lifetime. There we go. Okay, keeps everything afloat. Big jump into the main base now by Byun, as once again, Zealots, of course, we can't go without in this mineral line. I don't know how he does it, how he manages to keep materializing Zealots on top of his enemy's mineral line, but somehow MAXPAX is doing it. Good snipe there. He's got to be careful. Vikings coming in for those Colossi. It is absolutely maddening. How is Byun getting 2 Colossites killed? It's not supposed to happen. He's killing 8 workers here. Dude. No way. He's gonna... Yeah, alright. There's Stalkers here. There is Stalkers there. He should be okay. But I don't think MAXPAX wants to be stuck on his side of the map here either, because there's a couple of medevacs in a corner. He wants to put the pressure back on Byun after sending that entire army out. Right, you don't want to give Byun breathing room here whatsoever. None at all. You can't let him just now grab those expansions that he still needs to still get himself in an okay late game. You cannot let that happen. Oh dear. And it looks like he might be on his way to an okay late game, although the Zealot numbers, that is a lot of them. That's a lot of them. The SCV's being pulled once again, but oh, there is Disruptor shots helping out quite a bit. There we go. GG is called. Finally, we have the victory there for MAXPAX coming his way in game number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, the games continue. The games continue. He's did it. It took one hell of a struggle, but he's managed to get that victory going. In the bottom right side, there is a blue Protoss player from Denmark. It's a young kid on the block. It is MAXPAX. Seems to be skipping a lot in game. I don't think so. I have 0 dropped frames, and it is going at a steady 59.94 frames per second. Like, it should be fine, right? Like, it might be when I alt-tab, right? When I do this, it should be worse, right? But then I go in the game, and we're fine. So I think you just kind of jumped the gun. Anyway, top left side, Shopify Rebels, it is Byun. Calm down. Happens when a Freaker TV is automatic, set to source quality. Ah, okay, okay. Oh, there you go. You see, I'm not a watcher of the Freak Out. I'm a streamer of the Freak. It's working now? Alright, awesome. Thank you so much, Kota Play. That's good for me to know as well, actually, in the future. I'll try to remember it. No promises. Hopefully Kota Play will be there in the future as well, ready to help us all out. We need you, Kota Play. We need you. Oh dear, this is a Reaper. This is a Reaper here already. Where are your units? The Stalker not quite ready yet. There's a bunker coming up in the natural base. Probes going down left, right, and center. Oh, just left and right so far. The center one I thought would go down as well, but not quite yet. Oh, wait a moment. Talking about that center probe. He's coming. He's coming. Being gruesomely threatened by an SCV's drill. Reaper's here now in battle with the shield battery Stalker. The battle of a lifetime. Is he gonna get that shield battery here? However, that would be the play, wouldn't it? That would be the play. There we go. It goes down. Does lose the SCV as well, but that is rather a bit of frustration there, I imagine, coming in full MAXPAX overall. Even trying to take out the Stalkers, probably not the matchup you really want to go for with two Reapers. But you know Byun, he loves a challenge when it comes to Reaper Micro. Alright. More things coming in. Factory, there are 2 more barracks. Bring it up to a total of the 3. So barracks still flying back, of course. Starting to put it down there, a little bit closer. Makes sense. Couple of Reapers trying to figure out their way into the Brodal space here. Curious what he has already spotted. So far, no eyeballs gathered on that Stargate, so still in the dark about that one. Seeing the Stalker numbers, he might be thrown on the wrong trail here. He's starting to add in some siege tanks. They still can be quite valuable, regardless of how many Phoenix are in the sky, but you just have to be really on top of your game, keeping those siege tanks alive, of course. Front entrance being guarded. Reaper's not a clear way in. Yeah, you're not going to get the siege tank here, but avoiding the missile range of the Cyclone there as well, I suppose. Careful now. Oh. Locked on, but not a single shot fired. That happens. Takes a bit of a moment to spool up those Cyclone missiles. I guess they are considered missiles, not rockets, right? Because a rocket would be something to take you out of the atmosphere. Out of orbit. Alright, not that much happening so far. Not a lot of units going down. Which, overall, I tend to feel like favors MAXPAX, but it's not entirely true, right? It just kind of means that we've got a pretty fair, equal game so far, and both players being able to kind of get to do what they wanted to do. The shield battery kill at the start, that was a little bit frustrating, right? But it's not like he... Well, he got 3 probe kills off the back of that. I don't know. Is that enough? I struggle to say that it is. Or at least I don't think that it should be. Because he did have that proxy Rex. He did invest the bunker. Some SCVs as well across the map for quite a bit of time, right? One chasing down a probe, another to help out with the bunker. Slowly but surely, the siege tanks are inching their way closer to this nexus. It seems like a relative hard position to try and take out here with those siege tanks. Small missile turrets coming up as well, making life even more miserable here for the Protoss player. Now he is going to be in a pinch. Has to decide what to do. Maybe if he gets those Colossi a little bit further to the right, might be able to intercept some Marines poking here or there. Phoenix intercepting as well. The reinforcements. Want to try to keep that going as much as possible. Stay out of that siege tank range. Oh, those 2 siege tanks there on the side. Both of them shooting. Definitely a struggle here. Maybe there's no way for MAXPAX actually to rotate past the nexus on the right side anymore. That would be very frustrating. He just took a boatload of damage. Yeah, guys, I'm starting to expect the worst here in a little sense. It's quite frightening. Seeing the siege tanks getting closer and closer. More bunkers being added in to the mix as well. Those Phoenix still struggling with the missile turrets, not allowing them to rotate. Thank God those Phoenix are able to kind of delay the rest of this push coming in. However, MAXPAX is going to have to agree to let that Nexus go. There's nothing he can do about it. There's too much entrenched terrain right there available for him to really have any say in the matter. If he wanted to have a say in the matter, it probably would have had to be done before those missile turrets, before those bunkers were all set up, right? Yeah, he just set up on top of that. Even now, this is a bit frightening. From here as well, you could just set up those siege tanks a little bit further, again, along that edge, if he really wants to keep this push going. He doesn't really have to, right? He could just sit along those missile turrets as well, if he wants to. Try to get a good trade going. There we are. Marines, they're taking out some of those Archons. The Colossi are still standing, however. A lot of Zealots going down, but the powerhouse units still remain. Trying to make this feel okay for MAXPAX, but I mean, he is on a 2 base versus a, well, soon to be 3 base Terran. Can he still make some magic happen here? And oh no, not like that. Not like that. Nope. I don't think so. Maybe if everything came in at the same time, but that would have given Byun more time to position his units, to siege up his units, so... yeah. That's rough. That is rough. Another attempt going to be made here. If he finds his way past those siege tanks, or the Phoenix on top of the siege tanks, I mean, there's less missile turrets here than there were in front of his base, so... maybe? Oh, he's already taking shots. He's taking more. I'll take more of those. Another one lands. More. Yeah, that is already like 6 shots of those siege tanks, dude. That is too much. You gotta be careful. He's gonna have to regen his shields again. And this is just gonna give Byun time to mine off of that 3 base economy. Keep making his army just absolutely insane. Phoenix trying to come in here. There we are. This is the committal. Is it gonna be enough? Those Archons still have quite a bit of HP. The siege tanks do go down. Oh, needs to kill off more SCVs. You know what? He's definitely getting damage in. 19 SCVs. Alright. Oh, he went up. He went up, rotated up, straight into a hurdle. The sniper variety there. The Ghost ready with the EMP and putting a lot of those Archons quite low on the HP. miraculously keeps 2 of them alive, keeps the Colossus alive as well as a couple of Zealots. Is this now a playable position here for MAXPAX? It might be. It actually might be. The 3rd base for MAXPAX has been established as well during all of this. He managed to get that. Well, actually, upgrades? No, that's his first upgrade coming in here. He's up against a 1-1 Bioforce still. But I suppose Byun not having an armory of his own just quite. So, I mean, there's options here for MAXPAX to try and grab his way into this again. But I wonder how he's going to try to approach it. Is he going to... Looks like he is just going to go with another battering ram here. The Zealot Archon, it is a very strong unit combination. Is he going to be strong enough here with the EMPs available for Byun, however? Takes out another Siege Tank, sacrifices a couple of Zealots for that unit right there. MAXPAX, okay, he backs up. I think that is the right play. Byun just seemingly a little bit too strong as he is in his own base here. If you give him those places to run away, in particular against your Zealots, right? Between those mineral fields, it's just so painful for the Protoss to try and take that fight. Unless if you got Storms or Disruptors to kind of punish that type of positioning, it's just not going to happen, right? You're never going to win that fight. Colossi are nice AoE, but they're just not as punishing against bad positioning as the Storm, as well as the Disruptors are. They're kind of just like the solid DPS coming through the entire fight as you're going. It's the difference between active and passive damage, right? Passive damage, you don't really have to think about it too much. You're just going to have your unit there. And active damage, you have to actively take control of. Alright, here we are. That is a scary amount of bio here. Disruptor shot. I think we're going to have to see Disruptor shot save this if we do want to see MAXPAX make it out of this one alive. Utilizing 2 so far. No hits just quite yet. This Nexus here in a little bit of trouble. Potentially. That is a Zealot run by or a Warp Prism. Something trying to make something happen there. Not quite being able to. And there's just not enough here for MAXPAX. There really is not enough here for MAXPAX. 60 army supply versus the 115. Very low on HP, this Bioforce, but I mean, what are you gonna do here as MAXPAX? You know, it was a very tough position, and he tried to make the best of it. Got a bunch of SCV kills, but the army of Byun just seemingly still had that growth spurt, still had that momentum going for itself, and it grew to, once again, a proportion where it just feels unfair. It just feels unfair, and GG is called. Byun, an absolute beast in the macro, the micro, everything in between. GG. Well played.